K82 Country.
Turn it up loud.
WZAC. Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
The following is an exclusive sports presentation of WZAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network. It's time for Scott Skyhawk basketball on the Skyhawk Sports Network, presented by Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Stevens Auto Center. Come to Stevens for all the right reasons.
Farrell & Hill Insurance Agency, insuring our local community for over 70 years.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, your locally owned and operated full-service pharmacy.
BOONE Memorial Health, bringing medicine home.
Schaefer & Schaefer, attorneys at law, serving West Virginia for over 100 years.
Hanley Funeral Home, locally owned and operated, part of our community for over 55 years.
Clayton Homes, opening doors to a better life, one home at a time.
Parker's Hardware of Danville, shop where the contractors shop.
Thornhill Auto Group, nobody beats a Thornhill deal, and we mean nobody.
Caldwell Insurance Agency, let our family help protect your family. And by
Parmar Stores. If there is not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
And now let's go courtside with all the action of tonight's game. Here is the voice of the Skyhawks, Joe Limble.
Thank you very much, and it is another jam-packed Hawks Nest for tonight's Region 3 or Region 4 co-championship matchup between the Nitro Wildcats and your Scott Skyhawks. The winner of tonight's game, will they get to go to Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center for the big dance next week for the WVSSAC Boys State Championship? And the loser, well, the season is over. Nitro comes in at 12-2. The Skyhawks come in with a 15-9 record and rank 7th in the Class AAA in the state of West Virginia. And Chris Barrett, I feel like that's a little selfish, especially after Logan ended up 5th.
Yeah, it was. I felt like that with the injuries that both teams were dealing with, I still felt like Scott was a little better and had more marquee wins than what Logan did. But hey, it doesn't matter where you finish in the regular season. It's where you finish at the end of the season. Of
course, Scott beat Logan last Friday night, a 62-59. Man, just a horrendous shot from half court by Isaac Setzer in overtime. And then Nitro actually lost to Ripley 73-48 on Friday night to earn their spot to come down and challenge the Skyhawks for that spot. Let's quickly take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the head coach of the Nitro Wildcats after that. You're listening and watching Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
At BOONE Memorial Health, every patient is an important patient.
As primary care providers, care starts with us.
Understanding patients' health concerns is the first step in great care.
We take our responsibilities seriously.
To listen.
To get to the bottom of a diagnosis. To teach.
To care.
When you choose BOONE, you choose the start to a healthier life.
Make the choice today.
BOONE Memorial Health. We're bringing medicine home.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah! And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
You want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride
on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
Hawks coach Sean Ballard, and first of all, against Logan Monday night. Let's talk a little bit about that game.
Yeah, 2-0 really for postseason, counting the Lincoln County game. So that Lincoln County game, we come out, didn't have the focus and attention to detail that we needed. I think there was a little bit overlooking, kind of looking forward to that big Logan game. And it was nice to see Friday we came out focused from the get-go, a lot of energy. Crowd like that, game with that impact, it's tough to not be excited for, but it was good. It was good for our guys to come out and kind of channel their emotion and energy into focus and execution.
I felt like first 3 quarters of the Logan game, you guys, pretty much dominated. You had, for the most part, once you got out there, a 10, 12-point lead. But Logan got back in it and took a lead early or late in the game, which, allowed them to give them a shot at pulling the thing off.
Yeah, they're a good team. Basketball's a game of runs. I thought we really controlled the game for the first 3 quarters, and even in the end when they were making their run, we still sprinkled some good plays in there. Scotty just got loose a few times, and he's one of the best scorers in the state. And once he sees 1 or 2 go in, he can really rattle them off in a hurry, and that's what he did. He banked in the 3, got the 4-point play, and we had some turnovers down the stretch, a little uncharacteristic of us, but they did a good job on capitalizing off of them. Turnovers don't mean much if you go get a stop right after, and they did a good job. Just about every turnover we had, they hit a 3 on the other end, so definitely put some pressure on us. Thought it was good for our guys in a way, though. Still pull out the win. And most importantly, got some late game adversity in the postseason that we were able to fight through.
Talking about Browning for Logan, it seems like you guys contained him very well the first 3 quarters. He only had 3 points up to the 4th quarter, scored 17 in the 4th. Do you feel like that he just kind of turned things on, or did he find the open lanes, or what was the difference in that 4th quarter in containing him?
Yeah, that's obviously the game plan, is to do whatever you got to do to slow him down. They got other guys that can make shots and hurt you, but he's the one that's going to beat you. And we did a good job containing him those first 3 quarters. And like I said, a lot of times in this game, good offense beats good defense. And a lot of those shots he hit, we were contested, hand in his face. But once a good scorer sees the ball go in a couple times and gets in rhythm, it's tough to stop them.
Now let's turn things around. You got Nitro coming in tonight for the regional championship. The winner goes to Charleston to play in the state tournament. Obviously, that's been a goal of you and your team for the entire season. What's different about Nitro, and what will you have to do to contain them tonight?
Yeah, they're a lot different than Logan. Logan is smaller guards. It was tough for us to go man because of the size differential against Logan. We would have, our bigs would have had a lot of trouble staying.
Personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. At Miller Brothers Pharmacy, you can count on fast, personal attention provided by our experienced and caring staff. They are conveniently located and have a drive-up window for your convenience. Your community-minded pharmacy, Miller Brothers Pharmacy in Madison.
Whether you need insurance to protect your home, car, business, or your family's financial future, we believe that your needs are best served by local neighbors. Hi, I'm Chris Parker, your local and Cove insurance agent, and I'll take the time to get to know your specific needs. Contact Farrell & Hill Insurance today to find out how you can benefit from working with a local agent like me. Visit us online at www.farrellandhill.com.
If you're in the market for a new ride, you'll find that there are many good reasons to buy your next car at Stevens. That's right, Stevens Auto Center in Danville. Maybe the reason is our great selection of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles that are on sale every day. Or maybe it's the new Fords that are arriving daily. And maybe it's a used vehicle. We have an awesome selection with over 200 to choose from. Shop us online all the time at stevensauto.com or come see us at Stevens Auto Center in Danville.
WZAC-FM, Danville, Madison.
As you can hear, the jam-packed Hawks Nest tonight come to watch the game for a regional championship. The winner will go to Charleston to play for a state championship, and the loser will go to the house. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight. First of all, for Nitro, wearing number 1 will be Landon Poinatashi. Number 2, Derek Lowe. Number 5, Austin Crouch. Number 23, Ty Stevens. And number 30, Scott Woodrum. Nitro comes into the game tonight with a 12-11 record, and they lost in the regional game, or the sectional championship game, to Ripley by a score of 73-48. Now the starting lineup for Sean Ballard's Skyhawks getting the start tonight. A senior, 6'1", wearing number 11, Jaden Sharps. A 6'3" senior, wears number 13, Reese Carden. 6'2" senior, wears number 22, Isaac Setzer. Number 33, a 6'3" junior, Owen Atkins. And at 6'5", wears number 55, a senior, Caden Clemens. And Chris, this team should be red hot after that win over Logan Friday night. I mean, they had to fight down to the wire, and it literally went down to the split final second for the Skyhawks to win it and come up with the win.
Yeah, but the thing they got to remember here tonight, Joe, is that all that win meant Friday night was that you got to play in this game, because you can't overlook it, just like you did Lincoln County the first round of sectionals.
The officials for tonight's game is Justin Tilley, Justin Grogg, and Justin Tilley. It's 30. All right, we are ready to go. It will be jumping. It'll be Austin Crouch jumping for Nitro and Owen Atkins jumping for the Skyhawks. And we are set and ready to go. The winner will be big. They get to go to Charleston. The ball is up. The jump is there, and Nitro will get it. Jay Sharps went out of bounds chasing the ball down, but it'll be Nitro that gets will get to play the inbound. In front of the Scott cheering section, it'll be Scoot Woodrum sending it into Derek Lowe. Lowe brings it outside, pops it in. It's stolen by Setzer. Setzer goes down the floor. It's 1-on-2. He puts one off the glass. It'll be too much. And it will be, the rebound goes out of bounds. It comes down between Caden Clemens and a Nitro player. It goes out of bounds. Nitro gets the ball.
The Scott's in a man-to-man right now, and that's what caused that turnover.
Lowe bringing the ball down the floor. He sends it over to the right side. Driving it into the basket. Now they pass it off. A three-point shot by number 23, Stevens. It will not go. And we have a jump ball on the rebound. Scott will get it. Possession area, Skyhawks.
Yeah, that's going to be something Scott's going to really have to do. Nitro does have size, so they're going to have to box out and get Nitro off the offensive glass.
Setzer brings the ball down the floor for the Skyhawks. He'll send it over to Caden Clemens, to Sharps. Back around to Clemens, to Reese Carden over on the left side of the floor. He drives it over. Clemens, Owen Atkins wide open. It's too much, and the rebound will go to Nitro's Scoot Woodrum. Here comes the Nitro Wildcats. They send it more, keep it back near the timeline. Send it to the left side of the floor. With the ball is Stevens. He sends it across the way to Woodrum. Top of the key goes to Patunsa. He tries to jump, and he goes in short. Caden Clemens comes up with the rebound. Here come the Skyhawks with the ball. Carden across the timeline, over to Setzer. Setzer drives it in, into Caden Clemens, and the Skyhawks jump out to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, what a find right there by Isaac Setzer. Dump pass right there on a low block, and Caden was able to get an easy layup.
Lowe once again brings the ball down the floor for Nitro. He has trouble getting it across the timeline. Finally gets it across. Now they'll send it over to the left side of the floor. Woodrum fires a shot, too much, and Setzer will come up the rebound for Scott. Across the timeline, sends it down in the right corner. Back to Setzer, out at the top of the key. He'll put it in to Carden. Carden drives it into the paint. Little right-handed floater off the glass. 2 more for Scott.
Really good job there by Reese Carden, getting the pick and going around it and be able to get to the hole.
Nitro gets it across the timeline. Lowe once again puts it out there to number 1, Panatusa. He's looking for help, gets it over in the left corner. They'll fire off a three, and it will go for number 30, Scoot Woodrum. Skyhawks lead it by 1, 4-3, 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Setzer fires a three at the top of the key. It will not go. Clemens gets the rebound, got a whistle on the floor.
Going to get a hold on Nitro.
And it will be Panatusa with the foul. Lincoln Burnside checks in for Caden Clemens for Scott, and Scott will get the inbound. Into Carden in the left corner, and he throws it in, and the ball's loose. Carden comes up with the ball, sends it back to the corner to Setzer. Now they'll get it back out to reset with Owen Adkins. Atkins comes to the right side of the floor, back to Carden out near center circle. Into Setzer. Setzer puts it into Burnside. He loses it, and that should have been a walk. Scott comes up with it, and Setzer loses the ball, goes out of bounds, goes to Nitro.
Yeah, right now both teams are playing a little sloppy, kind of careless with the basketball. It's which team can settle in first and get a little run going is going to mean a lot.
Bringing the ball down the floor is Stevens. He'll send it over to Woodrum. Woodrum across the tie line, sends it to the right side of the floor for Nitro. Panatusa looking for help, gets it back out this side to Woodrum. Woodrum drives it into the paint, and they're going to get him with a charge.
Reese Carden right there, seeing what was going to happen.
And he is down. That was Scoot Woodrum. He's holding his left ankle. The coaches for Nitro comes out on the floor as we have an official timeout. Scott leads at 4-3. They've got two baskets, one from Carden, one from Clemens, and one from number 30, Scoot Woodrum. And the player that went in for the shot there, committed the foul, was number 30, Scoot Woodrum. And he's a heck of a ball player, but he is down and may be out of the contest.
Yeah, but just to recap that little there is Isaac Setzer was guarding ball, got a shot fake from the Nitro player, tried to go around, and Reese Carden was able to just slide right underneath on the low block and set up and took a charge right there.
We're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute break as they deal with the injured player. Skyhawks lead at 4-3 here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Memorial Health, every patient is an important patient. She takes time and she cares about your concerns, and she will get answers for any questions that you have. We're here to help, and at BOONE Memorial Health, we want to make sure we provide the best care for you. I like the hometown feel. I like coming in somewhere where I know everyone and they know me. The trust I have in her is why I choose BOONE. BOONE Memorial Health, helping patients live healthier lives.
You want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill. That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride
on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
Back to the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
A couple of the Nitro coaches help up Scoot Woodrum, and he is walking under his own power back down to the bench, and they're actually holding his left arm, or his right arm rather than the ankle.
Yeah, it's definitely an arm injury right there, but you hate to see that. I don't know if the kid's a senior or not, but you definitely hate to see it. There's a opportunity to go to Charleston on the line and just come out and to have that happen so quickly into this game, it's just a tough break.
Yeah, if that's who I think it is. Well, yeah, he is a senior. They've got him listed as 6'1", but I think he's a little taller. Getting some things lined up here with the scoring and the clock.
And we will say it is our apologies for mispronouncing Poniatowski's name. We didn't get clarification before we come on. So.
And now we know.
Yeah, now we know. So we'll try to do a lot better as we go forward.
Scott will inbound. They'll go the full length of the floor. Setzer with the ball. Goes across midcourt on the right side of the floor. Comes down. Now he'll go left. Bounces it in to Jay Sharp. Sharps an easy 2 off the glass.
Yeah, again, just a really nice find there on the cut by Isaac Setzer to Jay Sharps.
Rashawn Robbins in the lineup now for Nitro. They'll go right, and they'll put up a little floater, a whistle on the floor. And let's see what the official says. Foul on number 13 for Scott. That is Reese Carden, his first. And the basket will not count. Whether they counted the basket and give him the foul, I don't think that's right. Basket does not count. Skyhawks up 4-3. I'm sorry, Scott up 6-3. Here comes the basketball. They're on the right side of the floor. It's Polentowski with the ball and a tie with Isaac Setzer, and Nitro will keep the ball. Possession error goes to the Wildcats.
Right now, Scott has really good active hands on a defensive end.
The inbounder is looking for help. He finally gets it in Austin Crouch. Crouch at the top of the key, drives it in the paint. Did a little walk in there, but he got it to go for 2 points.
And nearly a steal on the inbounds play there by Nitro, but luckily it went out of bounds. Like I said, just a little careless with the basketball.
Scott inbounds. It will be Burnside into Setzer. Setzer across midcourt. He'll go down the right side of the floor. Now he'll turn and go to the top of the key. Goes left, looking for help, gets it into Carden. Carden fires off a 3 off the rim, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession error goes to Scott. They'll keep it.
I tell you, Joe, the last couple games, has anybody meant as much to Scott as what Lincoln Burnside has done?
That is true.
And Caden Clemens down low, the two big guys, have been absolutely phenomenal the last couple games for the Scott Skyhawks.
Absolutely. I will agree with that, and we'll talk more about that at halftime. Clemens back into the lineup. Reese Carden, a 3 from the right side. It will not go. Rebound, Owens, and Tyler Wall gets the ball. He puts it back into Setzer. Setzer, the ball, he loses it. Nitro comes up with it. Nitro brings the ball down. It'll be low across the timeline. They'll go right side of the floor. He'll turn and come left. Now he turns and goes the other direction. Fires off a 3. It will be number 23, Ty Stevens. And the Wildcats jump out to an 8-6 lead. Carden has the ball. Carden sends it back to Setzer. Setzer over the corner to Walls. Back to Setzer. Setzer comes out to the top of the key. Hands it off to Jay Sharps. Back to Walls. Back to Setzer. Carden floating from side to side. Walls will fire off the 3. It'll be off the rim. Rebound, Nitro. Bringing the ball down the floor is Ty Stevens. He's across the timeline and goes right. He'll bring it back out to the half-court line and a whistle, and they're going to call a 5-second violation. Turnover goes to Scott.
Yeah, really good defense, but Scott on the offensive end, Joe, is going to have to figure out a way to move the ball and be more active. They are face guarding Reese Carden and playing loose man off of everybody else, so they're going to have to find a way to set some ball screen or off-ball screens to get him open.
Inbound to Carden, back to inbound to Clemens, back to Setzer. Setzer has it. He'll send it out to Carden out at midcourt. Setzer bounce passes it in. Try to get it into Clemens, and the ball comes loose. Nitro comes up with the loose ball. Nitro bringing the ball down the floor is Lowe. Lowe stops at the top of the key, sends it to the left. Back down to the corner, back into the paint goes Lowe. Now they'll throw it to the other side of the floor to Stevens. Stevens that gets it down in the corner, going for the basket. I don't know how he made that stick, but Austin Crouch come up with another 2-point basket. Scott quickly gets the ball down the corner. Left corner is Tyler Walls. Walls back to Setzer. Now they give it to Carden out at the center circle. Carden looking, fires into Setzer. Setzer goes right. Setzer sends it back outside to Carden. Carden puts it on the floor. Back to Setzer. Now over to Walls. Walls puts it on the floor. Sends it back to Jay Sharps out between the circles. Sharps puts the ball on the floor into Setzer. Over to Walls in the corner. He fires the 3 too much off the rim. And this time Clemens comes up with it, and he'll draw a foul off number 1. I do believe. And that's the official. He's got 2 fouls. Landon Poniatowski, as Clemens will go to the charity stripe for 2 shots. First shot is up, and it's good.
Yeah, Caden Clemens was able to fight for that rebound. As you probably could have said, it might have been a jump ball right there, but they let it continue to play. Caden Clemens comes out there, is able to get the foul.
Clemens puts one on the board. They pull within 3. Second shot up, and Reese Carden will come up with the rebound on the missed shot. Little jumper by Carden. It'll go in and out. Clemens gets it. He puts it back for 2 more.
Well, again, active on the offensive glass is Caden Clemens.
Scott pulls within 1. Nitro quickly gets the ball down the floor. It is Timmy Lovejoy gets it, and a foul on the floor. It'll be charged against Scott. That's going to be charged against Tyler Walls, his first personal for Scott. And Nitro will inbound it in front of the Scott cheering section. They'll get it down in the corner to Austin Crouch. Crouch puts a little jumper up, and there again it goes. He has 6 of the 12 points. Scott has the ball. Carden with it at the top of the key. Drives it into the paint off the glass. Burnside gets it, and he is fouled. No whistle, and he loses it out of bounds, and they're just going to say the ball goes to Nitro.
Yeah, they're definitely letting them play in some aspects here tonight on both ends. It's not just one, it's both ends. As some of these drives to the hole, you could definitely say that there's probably a foul there, but they're letting them play.
And the Nitro coach was in front of our broadcast location chewing his players out because they didn't go where they were supposed to. Bringing the ball down the floor is Robbins. He gets it out to Lovejoy. Lovejoy sends it back out to Lowe. Lowe loses it, and he regains it, gets it back into Robbins. Robbins fires it down in the corner. They get it into Robbins, and a block shot, and they're going to say there's a foul committed by Scott's number 12, Lincoln Burnside. That's his first personal.
Yeah, got him with the body just enough to alter the shot there, and they did call a foul.
Robbins will go to the free throw line as Nitro leads it, 12-9. His first shot will bounce in. Nitro up 13-9, 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. Second shot up, and it is good as well. 13-9, Nitro. Here come the Skyhawks. Setzer quickly brings the ball down the floor with 22 seconds to go on the clock. Over the corner to Walls, back out to Setzer. They'll go the other direction and bounce pass it into Carden. And Carden gets one off the glass, and he is fouled. He'll get a bonus. Number 5 committed a foul. That's Austin Crouch, his first personal.
Joe, that's what Scott's going to have to do more of is run Reese off the baseline and trying to find him spots where they can just give him that little dump pass.
And the shot is good. Scott pulls within 2. 14-12, 14 seconds to go. Cole Elkins checks into the lineup for Scott. Loudon White checks into the lineup for Scott. Give a couple of these guys a little breather. Nitro has 14 seconds to do something with it. Now they'll inbound. Here come the Wildcats. Robbins brings the ball down the floor. Goes center, goes right. Over to Lovejoy. Lovejoy puts the ball on, no, actually low. Now they get it in. A little jumper there by number 5. Crouch makes it go once again. He's got 8 points of the 16. And Nitro leads it 16-12 as we end the first quarter play. You're listening to watching Scott Skyhawk basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Hey, it's Dave Allen for Parmar Store.
Captain of the Pee Wee football team. We may be small, but we are
mighty,
annoying. And you are so tired from playing defense against us that your focus is about to ride the bench. Go, go, go. Thanks, Mom.
Bye.
Come on, come on. And if you have cut rate car insurance, then not even a Hail Mary will save you from paying for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Awesome.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Nest as the Nitro Wildcats leads the Scott Scouts by a score of 16-12.
But Joe, offensively, what Scott's going to have to do is either run Reese off the baseline, or they're going to have to put 5 out and allow him to drive it to the basket.
Nitro pinned out at the half-court line. They lose the ball, and they're going to say he walked. Rasheem Robbins walked. That'll turnover will get the ball to the Skyhawks.
Scott may have probably got away with a little bit of a reach foul there on the arm to get that ball loose.
Setzer into Clemens, back to Setzer. Bounce pass to Carden. Setzer goes to the right wing. Setzer puts the ball on the floor. Sits it back out to Owen Adkins. Owen puts it back out to Sharps. He'll fire off the 3, off the back of the iron. Clemens gets the rebound, and he is fouled going for the rebounded shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that time, and the officials got alerted of it by the Nitro bench, but Caden Clemens probably got away with a little bit of a push in the back as he was going up for that rebound.
That is the 5th personal by Nitro, and Clemens back to the free throw line for the 2nd time tonight. He made it. So if he can get the 2nd one. Caden Clemens, the senior, 6'5", 2nd shot up, nothing but net. He nails both of them, and Skyhawks trail by 2. Here comes Nitro, bringing the ball down the floor. It is Lowe with it, and they'll send it over to Stevens. Stevens brings it back out to Lowe at midcourt. Now Lowe tries to drive it in. He stops, gets the little jumper, and he will make it go. Is that number 2?
That was number 2, Derek Lowe.
Gets his first points of the game. From the corner, and it's nothing but net for Owen Adkins for a quick 3. Skyhawks pull within 1. Here comes Nitro. Robbins brings the ball down the floor to the left side. He goes right, stops, pauses, goes left, sends it over the corner to Lovejoy. Lovejoy tries to put it in. Looks like he walked, and he put too much on it. And they're going to send the ball down to Caden Clemens, and Clemens loses it. Otherwise, he could have stuffed that one.
I don't think he was ready for that pass. He thought Jay may have brought it down into the corner and then tried to get it to him, but Jay gave him a feed a little bit too early for Caden to expect it.
Nitro leads it 18-17, 6:38 to go in the first half. Robbins brings the ball down across the timeline for Nitro. Brings it to the left side of the floor. Into Lovejoy. Lovejoy loses it. Jaden Sharps gets the ball, sends it over the corner to Reese Carden. He fires off a 3. Into Caden Clemens. Clemens underneath. Clemens off the glass, gets 2.
Yeah, shot block from Reese Carden. Caden Clemens does a good job of high pointing the ball. Comes down with the rebound.
Carden get the basket? Or Clemens. That's what
Clemens.
I thought. Nitro across the timeline. Low with it. Tries to drive it in. A little floater off the back of the iron into the hands of Isaac Setzer. He'll push it down to Owen Atkins. Back to Setzer in the backcourt. Down to the right side. Jay Sharps into the corner to Carden. It'll not go off the rim. And a reach-in foul against Reese Carden.
Yeah, Reese getting a little bit too aggressive right there. Tried to go in for the steal and kind of just undercut the Nitro ball handler just enough to where he got that bump.
Tyler Walls will check back in. Lincoln Burnside checks back in, both of the Skyhawks. Nitro will inbound it in front of the Nitro bench. They are down by 1. Scott leads at 19-18. First lead for the night for Scott. Over to Lovejoy, top of the key. Into the left corner to Robbins. Robbins tries to put it up, and another charge. This time against Rasheem Robbins, and the turnover goes to the Skyhawks.
That time the decision of Robbins to try to get the up and under instead of going straight up with it cost him right there. Jay Sharps was able to slide right underneath and take that charge.
Burnside will inbound to Setzer. Setzer across midcourt. Back to Burnside. Over to Walls. Now back to Setzer in the right wing. Bounce pass on the floor. And Nitro will come up with it. Here comes the Wildcats across the floor. Down to the corner. And they are trapped. They get it back out to Lowe. Lowe drives it into the paint. A little one-handed floater. It will not go. And rebound Tyler Walls for the Skyhawks. And a whistle on the floor by the official. Number 10.
I think it was 0.
Okay,
0.
I was going to say I don't have a number. 0. We're waiting on a confirmation. Okay. Foul is against number 2, Derek Lowe. That's his second personal. And Walls will take the charity shot. It will not go. Nitro quickly gets the ball down the floor. Couch takes a jumper, puts it up high, will not go. Lincoln Burnside gets the rebound. Nitro steals it. Back to the right corner. They'll take a 3. Overshoots the basket right into the hands of Isaac Setzer. It was in. Setzer had it off a Nitro player, and Setzer gets it back. Jay Sharp's 3 from the right side, and it goes.
Good find there. They took their time bringing the basketball up and then pushed it, and it gave Jay Sharp a chance for a catch and shoot where he's at his best.
Skyhawks jump up to a 22-18 lead. Lowe has it across the timeline. Roberts at midcourt, or Robbins rather. He can't find. He needs help. He finally gets loose. He'll go all the way to the basket, overshoots it. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it was off Jay Sharp's. Nitro will keep the ball.
And the thing is, Joe, with Reese out of the game right now and probably for a length of time with 2 fouls, Scott's going to have to find scoring from Isaac Setzer and Jay Sharps in order to keep him in this ball game.
Loudon White back in, Caden Clemens back in. Nitro inbounds, left corner, sends it all the way out to the backcourt. Now they'll get it into the corner to Stevens, now back to Lowe, around the horn. And Owen Adkins drilled Robbins out at midcourt. That'll be Owen Adkins' first personal. And Nitro will inbound here in front of our position on the floor. They'll send it to the backcourt to Lowe, back to Robbins. Robbins has the ball bouncing on the floor. Goes one-on-one with Jay Sharps. Goes right, fakes it. Now he put it on the floor to Stevens. And they're going to say a basket plus a foul. And Isaac Setzer commits his first foul of the game. Basket for number 3 plus 1.
Right now, Joe, Nitro's best offense, and I've been really impressed with it, is their ability to get to the hole and get the shot up on the rim. I've been really impressed with that thus far.
Ty Stevens, or rather Timmy Lovejoy, gets the 3-point play, and Nitro pulls within 1. 22-21. Setzer brings the ball down the floor for Scott. He'll bring it back out about midcourt to reset. Brings it to the right side of the backcourt. Now Coach Ballard says, let's go. Over to the corner to Walls. Walls sends it back out to Setzer. Setzer around the timeline to Sharps. Back to Sharps. Fires off a 3, and it goes. Man, he shot over a Nitro player. That's his second 3 of the quarter. Skyhawks jump out 25-21. Lowe takes a shot. Scott easily rebounds. Here comes Setzer once again, bringing the ball down the floor. He'll go to the right side of the floor. Setzer goes in behind the paint, and Setzer stepped on the out-of-bounds line. He did. Yeah. He went almost right up to the wall.
Nitro done an extremely good job of beating him to the spot to make him go further around him on the baseline than what he really wanted to, and that's what caused the Scott turnover.
Derek Lowe will bring the ball down the floor for Nitro. Comes up on midcourt, gets across the line, bounces it in. Now they'll send it down under the basket to Robbins, but he'll bring it back outside. Oh my goodness, for Scott, Owen Adkins just laid his hands on the shoulder, just touched the Nitro player, and they're going to get him with a foul.
Well, that right there, Joe, it was a mismatch from the get-go. You've got a guard in Robbins that's being guarded by a taller player that doesn't move as good. And that's what kind of got the foul.
Robbins will hit the first one. He'll get the bonus shot. And Nitro pulls within 3. Skyhawks lead at 25-22. Second shot up, and it's good as well. 25-23. Here comes Setzer with the ball for the Skyhawks. He'll come to the right side of the floor, back to Clemens. Over across the other side to Adkins, back to Setzer. It'll be Jay Sharp fires off a three. It will not go. Nitro rebounds on the rim. Lovejoy comes up the rebound. Bringing the ball down the floor is Stevens. Stevens comes left. With the ball now is Lovejoy. Back out to Robbins across back near half court. Robbins looking for some help. Gets it into Crouch. Now he'll send it back out to Robbins. Go right. Back out to midcourt will be Stevens. Stevens goes right. Now they'll drive it in. And Jay Sharp steals it, throws it around and behind his back. Quickly, the Scouts get the ball down the floor. And we're going to get a foul on Nitro's number 3. There. And we verify that. That is Lovejoy. That's his second.
Yeah, I think Scott got bailed out right there. They made a pass that wasn't thrown very well, and Owen Atkins had a really tough time hauling it in. And I think that would have led to a turnover if it was not for the little reach in.
Owen Atkins at the free throw line. First shot is up, and it is good. He now has 4 points in the game. He'll get the bonus. 1:50 to go in the half. Skyhawks lead it 26-23. Second shot up, and it is good as well. Skyhawks up 27-23.
Scott was going to go with 2-2-1 pressure here full court.
Nitro inbounds to Robbins, back to Lowe. They'll come right. They'll send it under the basket. And he couldn't hold on to it. Was number 11, Maddox Cole. Ball rolls out of bounds, turns it over to the Skyhawks.
Yeah, really good job there by Tyler Walls. He's seen an opportunity to deflect that ball from the Nitro player and was able to get a turnover.
Setzer brings the ball down, drives it all the way in, a little floater, and Nitro's Austin Crouch will come up the rebound. Here comes Crouch with the ball down the floor, across midcourt. He'll go right, over to Stevens, back out to the top of the key to Lowe. Lowe between the circles, goes left to Robbins, back to Lowe. Over to the other side of Stevens, back to Lowe. Inside to Crouch, inside the paint. He tries to make something happen, and it is blocked by Caden Clemens. And he comes up with the rebound. Jay Sharps comes up with the loose ball. Sharps goes right, drives it in. Into Caden Clemens. Clemens, 2 more points.
Caden Clemens was that
He
play
is
right
playing
there.
one heck of a ball game.
Caden Clemens made that play right there on the defensive end first. Jay Sharps was able to get deep into the zone in there and able to dump it off to Caden Clemens, and then he is strong on the put-up.
He's fouled on the put-up, and Clemens does not put up the jumper, and Nitro will rebound. 50 seconds on the clock. Here comes Nitro. Lowe, bounce pass into Crouch. Crouch looking for help. Over to Lowe. Lowe sends it back out to Robbins. He fires off a three, off the iron, and Owen Atkins will get the rebound for Scott. And the coach says, hold on for one shot. We got 33 seconds to go in the half. Setzer stands out near midcourt on the right side. 25 seconds. Over to Jaden Sharp. Back out to Setzer. 17, down to about 14 seconds. Sharps back to, and we got a foul, this time on number 2. That will be his second foul on Derek Lowe.
Yeah, Lowe was just a little late getting there, and because of that, Isaac was reaching in to try to receive that ball and just got tangled up with Isaac as he was going to bring that ball in.
Setzer's first shot is up and good. That's his first point of the ball game.
Hunter Nolan Lincoln Burnside check into the game for Owen Atkins and Caden Clemens.
Nitro has 4 players with at least 2 fouls.
The most important thing here, Joe, is don't foul with 10 seconds left.
And Setzer's second shot is up, does not go, rolls around.
Jay got his hand caught in a cookie jar right there.
Man. That's his first personal.
As I said, that's one thing you don't want to do because clock stops and they've got an opportunity to put 2 free throws up here.
Austin Crouch with 8 points in the first quarter will go to the charity stripe. He'll have a 1+1. And we are going to take a timeout as we've got an ambulance that's coming to take the injured Nitro player to the emergency room. So we'll take a 2-minute break here on the Skyhawks Sports Network. The score, Scott 30, Nitro 23, 9.3 seconds to go in the first half. You're listening and watching Scott Skyhawk basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Are you looking for a new opportunity in the mining industry? Then you need to contact Sundial Mining today. Sundial Mining is looking for experienced equipment operators, mechanics, welders, and fuelers for their strip mine operation in Naoma, West Virginia. If you're interested, submit your resume today to SD Human Resources at PEmining.com. That's SD Human Resources at PEmining.com.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Hello, my name's Dave Casebold, and I'm proud to be the mayor of Nitro. The city is made up of local businesses that have been the strength of our community for decades. Family businesses are the lifeblood of any small city. Those businesses provide a sense of city pride. Here you will find antique and niche shop and great family-owned restaurants. For outdoor lovers, there's Riding Our Lake that suits everyone's needs, from hiking and biking to fishing and running. We hope to see you soon.
N-I-T-R-O, go Nitro!
Go here in the first half. Scott leads by a score of 30-23. We have a timeout for an ambulance. We had a Nitro player get injured. Number 30, Scoot Woodrum, earlier in the game hurt his arm, and they've asked to take him to the emergency room, so we have a timeout. Woodrum hit a 3 before he went out of the game. He was actually called on a charge and come down on his arm. And apparently that seems to be the injury.
Yeah, like we said, Joe, it's never something – you don't want to see it happen to anybody, but especially a senior so early and in such a big game. It's definitely disappointing for that young man. And now Nitro is going to have to play without probably a very important player within their rotation.
I'm not sure why we couldn't have went ahead and played the other 9.3 seconds. And then, they've been halftime. That had all the time they wanted. The paramedics are starting IVs and so forth, and it's just taking a little more time than we expected. So it looks like they're about to wrap up what they are doing. Looks like the parents is down. The players are with him down.
I will say this, it probably was not easy getting in here for the EMS unit either.
Well, that's probably true. I mean, we've got another capacity crowd, 900-plus people in there.
Not to mention parking at our school is absolutely horrendous
anyways.
It's
terrible.
So,
they probably had to park down at the baseball field and walk up even.
I just left my truck at the baseball field and walked up after baseball practice. So.
Actually, I came early, got in before the crowd hit, and got a halfway decent parking spot. So we're still waiting on the paramedics, and it looks like they're about to wrap up.
Looks like they're trying to stabilize the arm now for transport.
And that's totally understandable.
But again, thoughts and prayers with the young man. It's definitely it's a serious injury, and you never want to see any player get hurt. But yes,
he is setting up, and looks like they're getting. Yeah, they've immobilized the right arm. and he is setting up on the gurney. And it looks like they are about to roll him out of here. On the floor for Scott is Tyler Walls, Jaden Sharps, Isaac Setzer, Hunter Knowles, Lincoln Burnside, and it looks like, here we go, and you can hear the crowd giving their applause in the background. And Woodrum gives a big thumbs up as he passes our location. You never say it, but apparently he is in good spirits. And we wish him all the best in his recovery as they are going to actually take him out of the end of the gymnasium. We are ready to roll. And it looks like we have a Nitro player, Austin Crouch, at the free throw line, shooting with 9.3 seconds to go. Skyhawks up 30-23. Skyhawks, he'll miss the shot. Lincoln Burnside gets it. Isaac Setzer brings the ball down the floor, and they put it in to Jay Sharps. He goes in with the reverse layup and puts one in.
Again, just a tremendous find from Isaac Setzer right there. Play drew up, and Jay Sharps is able to find the baseline, get to it, was even held right there, and is able to put the basket in.
Scott only scored 12 points in the first quarter, but scored 20 in the second. They jump out to a 32-23 lead, and for the Wildcats, they only scored 7 points in the second quarter after scoring 16 in the first. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the interview. It's supposed to be for pregame with the Nitro coach, Austin Lowe. We'll get that in as well. The score at the half, Scott leads Nitro 32-23. You're listening to the Skyhawks Sports Network, WZAC, and watching the game on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
As a Boone Memorial Health primary care doctor, my role is to guide patients to be the healthiest versions of themselves.
Dr. Atkins is very friendly and forthcoming. He sets you at ease with his bedside manner.
I'm here to listen and respond to patients' needs and concerns, and if something is not right, work to get to the bottom of a diagnosis.
Almost like having access to a large city hospital in a small rural setting.
When you choose Boone, you choose the start to a healthier life.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Whoa! Touchdown, yeah! And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Still playing, you must be satisfied with your team's play this season.
Yeah, we've come a long ways. You know, we had a rough spot in the middle of the season, but we come along, got together. You know, we're super young, and you know I know it is loud, but we're coming along. We're getting there. You know, we're excited to be here and excited for the opportunity to go to Charleston.
You guys knocked off Winfield the other night to get here. They give you a tough run for your money there late in the ball game.
Yeah, we got up 20 and everything was going our way, and I kept telling them, they're coming back, guys. They're not going to lay down. That's a team full of seniors, and they did. They got it back and tied it 60-60, and we ended up holding off and getting them by 5. But my young guys, they faced a little adversity and they grew up a little bit that night.
You started out the season, you had a pretty good run to begin with, and then kind of mid-season there you had a little lull. Anything different between the beginning and the middle of the season?
Competition was a lot better. We got into the meat of our schedule. The conference is tough. We had some non-conference stuff to open the season, and you're gonna have an off night in the conference right now. Everybody's pretty good right now.
You come into tonight's game with 3 wins, and of course tough to a loss to a very tough Ripley team. But you have a couple days to prepare for Scott. How do you think you match up with them?
I like our matchup with Scott. I'm not gonna lie. We played them tough early in the year. They made some stuff happen at the end of the game. We had a really good game plan. I thought back in January we played them. We hurt them real bad inside. But it's gonna be a tough matchup with a healthy Carden. And if we can make shots and own the paint, I think we'll give ourselves a chance at the end of the game.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Coach Austin Lowe, the head coach of the Nitro Wildcats. We'll be back with more of our Parmar pregame show after this. You're listening and watching Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Are you looking for a new opportunity in the mining industry? Then you need to contact Sundial Mining today. Sundial Mining is looking for experienced equipment operators, mechanics, welders, and fuelers for their strip mine operation in Naoma, West Virginia. If you're interested, submit your resume today to SD Human Resources at PEmining.com. That's SD Human Resources at PEmining.com.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Hello, my name is Dave Casebolt, and I'm proud to be the mayor of Nitro. The city is made up of local businesses that have been the strength of our community for decades. Family businesses are the lifeblood of any small city. Those businesses provide a sense of city pride. Here you will find antique and niche shop and great family-owned restaurants. For outdoor lovers, there's Riding Our Lake that suits everyone's needs, from hiking and biking to fishing and running. We hope to see you soon.
N-I-T-R-O, go Nitro!
At the half, where the Scott Skyhawks lead the Nitro Wildcats by a score of 32-23. Let's take a look at scoring from the first half. First of all, let's take a look at Nitro scoring. Rashawn Robbins come off the bench, scored 4. Derek Lowe has 2. Timmy Lovejoy has 3. Austin Crouch has 8, all 8 of those in the first quarter. Coming, another starter, Ty Stevens, has 3, and Scoot Woodrum, the gentleman that got hurt, he had 3 before he went out, for a total of 23 points. For the Skyhawks, Jaden Sharps has 10, Reese Carden has 5, Isaac Setzer has 1, Owen Atkins has 5, and the leading scorer for the Scott Skyhawks is none other than number 55, Caden Clemens, with 11 points.
Yeah, him and Lincoln Burnside, they made the game at Logan because of their presence inside. Lincoln come up with a couple really big, huge rebounds. Caden Clemens able to muscle shots up and draw fouls. And then here tonight, both of them. Lincoln's come up with a couple really huge rebounds, and Caden Clemens, he's been strong underneath, whether it be on the offensive side or the defensive side. There's been several times here tonight he's able to draw fouls and get easy putbacks on those fouls and be able to go to the free throw line. So Scott, because of Nitro's size, has to do something a little different that they're not used to. They're going to have a big man in the game at all times, and they're not used to having that. Yes, Lincoln and Caden play a lot, but at times you see them go small. Well, tonight they're not able to because of the size of Nitro. So it's been interesting to see how that works out, because at times the middle has kind of been clogged on the offensive end because there's not always that big man that's underneath.
You mentioned that Nitro and Logan, they play a totally different style of basketball, and Coach Ballard mentioned that in his pregame interview. We had to change up our game plan because Nitro plays different than Logan. Logan, they call themselves the running Wildcats. They try to do everything fast and quick. Nitro kind of goes with the pace they feel like they need to go in order to score points.
Well, I'll say this about Nitro, and I give them tremendous amount of credit right now, because on the defensive end, they played extremely well. If we take out the last 2 minutes, which has been the best 2 minutes Scott's played all night of that first half, the rest of the 14 minutes that they've played or so have been extremely well on the defensive end. They're fronting Reese Carden and Jay Sharps, not allowing them to get open shots, and just the defensive side have been played really well. On the offensive end, what they've done that's been extremely well is getting to the basket. They've been able to get to the basket pretty much at will and get a shot up on the rim, and a lot of them are falling.
Nitro jumped out, scored 16 in the first quarter, only 7 in the second quarter, and just the opposite story for the Skyhawks. They scored 12 in the first quarter, but came alive in that second quarter and scored 20, and now they lead at 32-23 as we get ready to begin the third quarter of play.
Yeah, it's been the tale of two different takes. We talked about it, Joe, at the beginning. Which team can kind of settle down? They were being sloppy with the basketball on the offensive end. Which team could settle in? Nitro settled in quicker than Scott did, but Scott really settled in that final 2 minutes of the first half.
And Scott will inbound it to begin the third quarter of play. It'll be Jaden Sharps inbounding to Setzer in the backcourt. Setzer has the ball to begin the quarter. Brings it across the timeline, goes right. Sharps over to Carden. Carden goes in, bounce passes it in to Clemens. He puts it up too much. Clemens comes up with the rebound. Oh, my goodness. And they're going to say Clemens dropped his shoulder and committed a charge. Turnover goes to Nitro.
I believe that was the right call at the very last second.
I don't think
Clemens kind of low. Yeah, it wasn't on purpose, but he just trying to gain leverage.
Nitro has the ball down on their end of the floor. They'll send it back out too low in the center circle. He'll try to drive it in the paint. Now he looks for some help, and he'll get a little shot off the glass from Tonsi. Skyhawks had the ball down the floor. Clemens tries to put it up, and he couldn't get it there. He put too much on it. Nitro comes up the rebound. They're back down the floor. Three-point attempt by Lowe. It goes around the rim, will not go. And Scott cannot hang on to the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and Nitro will take and keep the ball.
Yeah, right there you had both Caden Clemens and Jay Sharps going after that rebound, and they just kind of canceled each other out, and ball goes out of bounds.
Robbins will inbound for Nitro. Robinson, they'll send it back out to the backcourt to Lowe. He'll drive it in the paint. Left-hand side, three-point attempt, and it'll go for Robbins.
Really good decision right there for Lowe to pop it out to Robbins. Didn't have a great shot, got it to an open man.
Carden at the top of the key, sends it over to Setzer. Setzer brings it back to the top of the key. Bounces it in to Sharps. Sharps turns, comes back, and to Setzer. Setzer goes in, rolls off. Clemens comes up with the rebound. He'll put it back too much, and the rebound goes, and they're saying it will stay with Scott this time.
Caden Clemens working hard under there. He's not been able to get 2 shots in a row, but he's able to get deep down underneath the basket and is getting good touches.
And he's getting doubled and tripled the coverage under there. Setzer tries to get it inbound. He'll get it into Carden on the left side of the floor. Carden puts it on the floor, bouncing. Goes a little short jumper, and he puts too much on it. And Tonsi comes up the rebound. Quickly, they get the ball down the floor to Stevens into Crouch. Crouch with the jumper. It'll be good for 2.
Really good find right there by the Nitro Wildcats. Got it to about a 12-footer, and he's able to hit it.
And they pull within 2. Setzer has the ball. Bounce pass and a foul by Nitro. That's his third foul. That is Landon Pony Townsley with the foul. Caden Clemens will go to the charity stripe once again for Scott. 32-30, 6:09 to go in the third quarter. Scott leads it. And Clemens' first shot will go. He will get the bonus.
That snaps a
2-point shot, I'm sorry.
A 8-0 run for the Nitro Wildcats.
And Clemens will hit both of them. Scott jumps out to a 34-30 lead. Nitro Robbins has the ball. Drives it down, sends it back outside to Stevens. Stevens goes off the glass. It will not go. Crouch tried to get it, and Setzer comes up the rebound. He bounces it in to Jay Sharp. Sharp hits the basket off the glass.
Isaac Setzer gets that rebound and immediately pushes the ball up the floor. It was a 3-on-2 with Reese Carden and Jay Sharp. And at the very last second, a little dump pass to Jay Sharps. He absorbs the contact, is able to get up strong with the basketball and get the and one opportunity.
Foul is on Derek Lowe. Has 3 fouls now. Jay Sharps on the three-point conversion play from the free throw line. Hits it. Scott jumps out 6 points, 36-30. They put full court pressure on Nitro. Bringing the ball down the floor is Derek Lowe for the Wildcats. He'll get it in now, send it back out to Pony Townsley. Now they get it into Stevens. And they're going to call a
jump ball.
I thought he was going to call a foul on Setzer by the look he had on his face. Jump ball, and the ball will stay with Nitro. Lowe will inbound it for the Wildcats. Gets it into Robbins. Robbins pulls it out of the three-point circle, back outside. Sends it over to Lowe to the right side. He'll fire off a three, and it'll not go. Jay Sharps gets the rebound to get it down to Setzer, and Setzer will go off the glass for 2 points.
Really good job there. Sharps gets a long rebound. He's able to find Isaac Setzer, and he's able to go up strong with the basket.
And we will keep it here. They just want a 30-second timeout. Nitro now trails 39-30, and Austin Lowe quickly wants to call a timeout to try to regroup the Nitro Wildcats.
Well, I'm sure as you know, Nitro went on an 8-0 run in order to get back to within 2, and now Scott stretched that back out to a 7-0 run in order to make this a 9-point game again. So I'm sure what he's telling his team over there is we've got to settle down. We're making some tough passes, and we're taking some early shots and not looking to try to get the ball underneath. And Scott's able right now. They're just able to get long rebounds, and they're able to push the ball up the court.
I mean, now's do or die time. You got to get back in this ball game now, being down by 9 points with 5:19 to go in the third quarter. You got to get back into it if you want to have a shot at winning.
Yes, and I'm sure that's what Nitro coach is telling his team right now. We've got to make smart decisions, run through the offense, and try to get a good shot.
Nitro inbounds in front of the Scott cheering section. Bringing the ball down the floor is number 23, Tri Stevens. Now they get it in the basket to Crouch. He gets a jumper. It rolls in, rolls out, will not stay. And Clemens comes up with the rebound. Jay Sharp brings the ball down the floor for Scott. And he tries to get it over to Clemens, and it's intercepted by Nitro. Nitro brings the ball up. They get it across the timeline. Over to Stevens at the center circle. He tries to go, and Jay Sharps will be called for a foul. And it will be Jay Sharps committing his second foul. And Nitro will get it out of bounds under their own basket.
Jay trying to play catch-up right there, just got a bump foul as he was coming across.
And they lose the ball. Reese Carden has it. He will go up and off the glass for 2 more points for Reese Carden.
Scott switching to this 2-3 zone has really kind of flipped Nitro's momentum really big here last couple of possessions.
That is Carden's point number 6. And Lincoln Burnside will check in for Scott. He'll give Caden Clemens a breather. Look, okay. Nitro will inbound here at the scores table. Inbounds to Lowe in the backcourt. He'll go one-on-one with Sharps. He'll send the ball over to Robbins in front of the cheering section. Robbins back to Now they get it in hands to Lowe. Lowe drives it in the paint. He throws a little shoulder and rebound. Robbins, he's out of bounds. Ball goes to Scott.
Yeah, really good defense, especially on the interior down there as the defense kind of collapsed a little bit in order to make it a tough shot there for Nitro.
4:09 to go in the third quarter. Scott up 41-30. Skyhawks already had the ball on their end of the floor. Setzer has it, sends it in to Carden. Carden drives in, gives it to Burnside. He'll pick up his first 2 points of the ball game.
Yeah, really good find by Reese Carden. He drove the baseline, is able to dump it off to Lincoln Burnside.
Now they'll go full court pressure on Nitro. Bringing the ball. Oh, and another. Lincoln Burnside gets a block. Setzer comes up with the ball on the rebound. Over to Jay Sharps. Here fires off a three. Too much. And Nitro will get the ball. Stevens takes the ball down. He'll stop a little ahead of time, and it'll not go. And Setzer cannot hang on the ball. He reaches for it on the rebound. Goes out of bounds, but it'll stay Nitro ball under the rim basket.
Joe, if that shot would have went down for Jay Sharps, the lid would have come off of this place.
It would have. Scott up by 13, 43-30. 3:31 to go in the third quarter. Carden gets a breather as Tyler Walls checks into the lineup. And number 5 for Nitro, Austin Crouch had a little short jumper. Couldn't make it go. The ball bounces, goes out of bounds. Scott will get the turnover. Burnside into Setzer. Setzer taking his time, trying to get a little breathing in, coming up the floor, crosses the line. He'll come left. Sends it over to Owen Atkins. Fires it off, nothing but three.
Isaac Setzer is able to get deep into the Nitro defense and then find Owen Atkins in the corner for a tough shot.
Stevens has it over to Robbins out near the midcourt line. Robbins stops, takes a little jumper. He'll score 2 for Nitro.
Yeah, Joe, that ends a 14-0 Scott run right there.
Skyhawks still up by 14, 46-32. Setzer has the ball, sends it out to Atkins, back to Setzer. Setzer goes out to the center circle. He'll go right now, left, and it is blocked by Crouch. Now they get the ball back. Stevens has it, brings it down into Crouch. Crouch off the glass, too much, it will not go, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it's off Tyler Walls. It'll stay with Nitro, and just that quick, Carden is back in the lineup for Jay Sharps.
Yeah, you know Scott's tired right now because of all the running they've had to do with the long rebounds, getting out in transition, so you can see them sucking a little bit of wind right now.
Nitro inbounded. It will be Lowe. Sends it in to Poniatowski. Into Crouch. Crouch, a little jumper. Floater will not go, too much. Setzer sends it back out. Poniatowski gets the rebound over to Lowe. Back out to Robbins. Robbins puts it up, and it'll be Crouch off the glass right under the basket for another quick 2 points. Scott gets the ball down in the corner that quick to Carden, and it's off the glass. And it will go. And the foul is on Robbins. That's his third personal.
The last couple possessions, Joe, for Scott, you've seen a couple seniors really take over, get the ball to the basket, and is able to make big-time plays here down the stretch as we've got 2:05 left here in the third quarter.
Timmy Lovejoy checks back in the lineup for Robbins for Nitro. With the basket, Carden will go to the charity stripe for the bonus in the old-fashioned three. 48-34, Skyhawks lead it. And Carden makes the free throw. And full court pressure being applied by the Skyhawks. Nitro gets it. And they're going to call a foul on Carden. That's his third personal.
Yeah, Reese seen an opportunity right there to try to get a quick steal and just kind of got there just a little bit late and got his hand caught in there.
Nitro inbounds it here in front of the scores table. On the floor. They get across the timeline. They'll go against Walls. Stevens gets it back out. He'll go back out to the center circle. He'll go against Sharps. Now Lowe has it on the right wing. Bounce passes it in to. Now they send it back out to Lowe. Lowe sends it in. And Walls blocked from behind, but the ball will not go. That'll be Walls' second personal. As Lowe, Derek Lowe, will go to the charity stripe for the first time tonight. First shot is up, and it is good. (49-35). Skyhawks lead it with 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Winner goes to Charleston to play for the state championship, and the loser is done for the season. Second shot up for Lowe is good. He gets 2. Jay Sharps brings the ball down the floor for Scott. Comes across. He'll come to the left side. He'll go back out to the center. Sends it over to Owen Atkins. Sends it back in to Burnside. Burnside gets a little left-handed floater. He'll get 2 more. He has 4 points in the quarter. And number 3 for Nitro. Shot up, Lovejoy will not go. Burnside comes down to Love with the rebound. Down to the corner to Walls. Back out to Setzer. Out in the center circle. Setzer puts the ball on the floor. Over to Owen Atkins. Over to Tyler Walls. Back to Atkins. Now back out to Setzer at midcourt. 43 seconds to go. Back to Atkins. Back to Setzer. Setzer brings the ball across to the other side of the floor. He's looking for a little help. Gets it from Atkins. Atkins puts the ball on the floor. Sends it over to Tyler Walls. Back out to Jay Sharps. He gets poked in the eye. No foul. Sharps still has the ball. Sends it over to Walls. Down in the corner to Setzer. Setzer puts the ball on the floor. Brings it back out to the outside of the center circle. Tyler Walls has it. Leading to Lincoln Burnside. All that time, Scott loses it. And Jay Sharps gets it. The ball pops out of his hand. Now they get it into Ponacasi, and he'll hit one at the buzzer. But the Skyhawks still lead this one by a score of 51-38 after 3 quarters of play. We'll step aside, take a quick break. We'll be back after this. You're listening and watching Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Want it, click it, reserve it, and drive it. Buy it at Thornhill. Buy it at Thornhill. Buy it at Thornhill. That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride. Tag your new ride. Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
Danville, Madison. Back to the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
3 quarters in the books, and the Skyhawks lead at 51-38. We have a score update from Ripley, and Ripley was up. Go ahead.
At this time, Ripley is leading Logan 50-49 with 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
That could be interesting. Scott inbounds it to get the fourth quarter underway. Jay Sharps has it in the backcourt. Sharps across the timeline over to Carden. Carden back at the center circle. Takes it out, sends it over the far side of the floor to Setzer. Setzer brings it around the horn to the left side of the floor to Carden. Reach around by Nitro, no foul. Sharps fires off a 3, it will not go. And a rebound by Stevens. Here comes Nitro with the ball. Lowe has it, they lose it. And they get the ball around. Nitro will keep it. They'll send it over to, and it's blocked by Reese Carden. Number 3 took a shot, but Carden come out of nowhere to block it. Setzer has it, back to Carden. Carden brings the ball down the floor, over to Owen Atkins in the left corner. Back around the horn to Setzer to Jay Sharps. Atkins has it, back out to Carden. And on the floor to Caden. Oh, that should have been Caden Clemens had it there. It should have been goaltending. No call. Nitro has the ball. Nitro in the paint. And they're going to call a foul on Owen Atkins. That's his third personal. Nitro will inbound. They'll send it into the backcourt to Stevens. Stevens out at center circle, sends it right to Lovejoy. Lovejoy back to the center circle. Now they'll go right to Lowe. Lowe back to out, back to Lowe. Lowe trying to find a hole. They'll bounce pass it right into the hands of Caden Clemens. Here comes Scott with the ball. Reese Carden brings it across midcourt. Back out. They're going to call a foul on Nitro. Number 3, Lovejoy. That's his third personal.
It's just the 4th team foul on Nitro. Scott will take a timeout right here.
We have a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. Skyhawks lead it 51-38, 6:18 to go in the ball game here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Memorial Health, we want patients to feel comfortable about coming to see a provider.
And that's the way he makes me feel. He's compassionate, he listens, and he always teaches me something new about my health.
Understanding patients' health concerns is the first step in great patient care.
Dr. Knapp has become like an extension of our family. He's why I choose BOONE.
BOONE Memorial Health, helping patients live healthier lives.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Hawks Nest, 6:18 to go in the ball game. Skyhawks lead at 51-38 in Ripley. They have jumped out to a 57-53 lead with Logan, and they go to a commercial break.
Yeah, 3:40, I believe, is remaining in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, there's not much left, and I have lost a pencil. I got another. Skyhawks have the ball. Oh! And no foul as Nitro steals the ball. Pony Atausi takes it down and puts 2 points on the board. And just that quick, Carden comes back with 2 more for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, just a long lead pass down the floor. Carden was kind of still back there. He's able to get an easy bucket.
And Skyhawks block a pass. Caden Clemens, Reese Carden comes up with the ball for Scott. Over to Adkins, back out to Carden. Carden at the top of the key. Back over to the right wing to Jay Sharp. Sharp's got the ball on the floor. He'll go in on a floater. It will go for 2.
Really good job there. Jay didn't allow his shot to get blocked, got rid of it early, and is able to get the angle to get that in there.
Skyhawks up by 15, 55-40. Nitro with the ball. Lowe over to Stevens, back to Lowe. Back to the far side of the floor, back out to Lowe. He fires off a 3-pointer. And Nitro will take a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here as Ripley continues to lead Logan 57-53 with 3:25 to go in the game. Logan just scores, pulls within 2, 57-55 Ripley. Yeah. Mountaineers are playing in the Big 12 tournament as well. They were up here earlier.
I think they're up 10 at half whenever I turned it off and we'll switch over to this game. So I'm going to continue to watch this one until the end so we can give you updates.
Skyhawks still up by 12, 55-43 here in the 4th quarter over Nitro. As we said earlier, the winner goes to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center next week to play for a state AAA championship, and the loser, the season is over. 5:19 to go in the game. Skyhawks up by 12. Nitro, Scott will inbound the ball on the Nitro end of the floor. They'll have to go the full wave of the floor. Nitro pulling full court pressure into Adkins, and it's intercepted by Nitro. Back to Lowe at midcourt. Bounce pass into Lovejoy. Lovejoy trying to make something happen. Now around the horn, back to Lowe. Back into Ponatasi now, back to Lowe. Or correction, Stevens now to Lowe. Nitro burning up some clock here, trying to work things in. And they're going to call a foul on Jay Sharps. Wow. That's his third personal. And going to the free throw line will be Derek Lowe. I guess his basket counted. He will get the old-fashioned three, 55-45. As Nitro will only get one shot here, it will be Derek Lowe. Skyhawks up by 10, 4:50 to go in the ball game. Skyhawks need to get back to play in their game. The shot is up, and it is good. Skyhawks up by 9.
Nitro is pressing again, so Scott, they've got to be strong with their passes here. This is what plagued them against Logan in the second half.
Down the floor to Carden. Carden will go up for the basket, and he is fouled by number 5, Crouch. That's his second, as Reese Carden will go to the charity stripe for 2. Skyhawks up 55-46, 4:44 to go in the game. Reese Carden at the free throw line. First shot up, and it is good.
Yeah, free throws will be a big part of this game the rest of the way out, as the next foul on Scott puts Nitro in the bonus.
Carden's second free throw is up. No good. Bounced in and out. Skyhawks up by 10. Here comes Nitro. Stevens with the ball, trying to get it in on the right side. Stops, brings it back out. Bounce pass out into Lowe. Lowe tries to drive it in. Oh, and he walked. No whistle, and he'll get a quick 2-pointer. Oh, my goodness gracious. They call a walking call on Jay Sharps. No whistle for a foul.
Right there, you just didn't have anybody from Scott wanting the ball. They were all running away from it.
Nitro will inbound it. Stevens in the backcourt, and Reese Carden steals it. He'll take it down off the glass. 2 points for Reese Carden. Carden's come alive here in the second half in scoring. Derek Lowe brings the ball across midcourt for Nitro. He's going to try to drive it in, stops, turns it back, sends it back out to Lovejoy. Lovejoy goes down floor left, bounces it in to Poniatowski for 2. Skyhawks get it down the floor. Sharp brings it across the timeline. Over to Owen Atkins. He fires off a 3. It will not go. And a rebound to Clemens. Sends it back out to Reese Carden. He'll fire off a 3 off the rim. It will not go. Owen Atkins gets the rebound. Stays with Scott. Into Sharps. Sharps off the glass. And he will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that time you kind of probably would have liked Scott to just kind of bring that out and run a little bit more clock, but Jay Sharps is able to get to the basket and draw a foul.
I have 4 fouls on Lovejoy, and Jay Sharps will go to the charity stripe for Scott. Skyhawks up by 8, 58-50, 3:28 to go. Jay Sharps will get 2 shots. First shot up, and it's going to be short. Robbins checks back into the lineup for Nitro.
Quick update, Ripley is up 61-57 with 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
And the second shot will not go. Reese Carden almost got the rebound. It'll be Austin Crouch getting the rebound for Nitro. Bringing the ball down the floor is Lowe. He's taking his time. He's winded, Derek Lowe for Nitro.
I don't know that he's come off the floor all night.
Coach is pointing underneath the basket. 3:06 to go in the game. Now they get it out to Poniatowski. He'll drive it on the floor. Sends it back out to Robbins. Robbins brings it back out to the center circle. Looking, now bounce passes in to Poniatowski. Across the floor. 3-point shot by Nitro. Derek Lowe, and it will go. Scott quickly gets the ball down the floor. They're up by 5. Sharps into, now they'll send it back out to the back. Reese Carden has it over to the corner to Jay Sharps. Back around to, now they get Setzer back to Setzer, back out to Jay Sharps. Thought about taking a three, but he puts it on the floor. And Scott's just burning up clock. Over to the near side to Jay Sharps, down to the corner to Owen Atkins. Atkins puts the ball on the floor. And they're just running the guts out of Nitro right now.
Yeah, you just heard Coach Sean Ballard say, we'll take layups. Like
and
that
Carden just puts up two more. Clayton
Clemens.
Clemens, I'm sorry. Nitro brings the ball down the floor. Low. They're down by 7. Robbins back to Low. Low comes right. Bounce pass into the corner. 3-point shot. Overshoots the rim right into the hands of Isaac Setzer. Setzer back to Carden. Carden will bring the ball down the floor. And number 2 will drop his shoulder. Derek Lowe, that's foul number 4 on him.
That'll be the 17th foul on Nitro. So Scott will go into the 1-on-1 bonus here, heading down to the stretch of the last 1:31 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Reese Carden at the charity stripe. Last time he was 1 for 1. See what he can do this time. First shot up, and it will not go. Rebound, Nitro. Stevens brings the ball down the floor quickly for the Wildcats. Skyhawks trying to keep them in the backcourt. Back across the way to Lowe. Lowe puts it on the floor, and it's taken by Scott. Reese Carden. And they're going to get a foul on number 23. Number 23, Ty Stevens. That's his first foul, believe it or not.
And Scott's really got to concentrate on hitting these free throws down here. They've missed 4 straight, really.
Carden at the free throw line, and he'll hit this one. He will get the bonus. 1 minute, 14 seconds to go. Scott up 61-53. And it looks like it's going to be Ripley. They lead at 64-57, and he'll hit both of them. And Coach Sean Ballard will take another timeout, and he'll keep it at a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. Scott leads at 62-53, 1:14 to go.
My name's Dave Casebolt, and I'm proud to be the mayor of Nitro. The city is made up of local businesses that have been the strength of our community for decades. Family businesses are the lifeblood of any small city. Those businesses provide a sense of city pride. Here you will find antique and niche shop and great family-owned restaurants. For outdoor lovers, there's Riding Our Lake that suits everyone's needs from hiking and biking to fishing and running. We hope to see you soon.
N-I-T-R-O, go Nitro!
And the winner will go to Charleston to play for a AAA state championship next week.
We've somehow caught up to Logan. They were in the fourth quarter well before we were, and now there's less time in this game remaining than there is in the Logan game.
1:14 to go. Nitro will inbound. They'll go the full length of the floor. Skyhawk brings up full court pressure. Lowe brings the ball down the floor for the Wildcats. He'll go right, stops, turn left, turn right. Thinks about shooting. Now he'll send it over to Crouch outside the three-point line. Crouch wide open at the top of the key. He'll send it over to Stevens. Stevens brings it around, and it's blocked by Caden Clemens. And it's knocked out of bounds with 55.9 seconds to go in the ballgame. Caden Clemens is having the game of his life tonight here against Nitro. Low inbounds to Stevens. Stevens trying to get something on the floor. Now they'll get it in the Palatine, and he'll get the basket, and I believe the foul is against Clemens. And the foul is against Clemens. That's his second. Clemens, number 1, Poniatowski gets the basket plus a three-point shot as Clemens comes to get a breather with 50 seconds to go in the game. Here we go. Poniatowski at the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. And he'll put it up. It will go off the glass.
Banked at it. You don't see very many free throws banked in.
Skyhawks down the floor to Owen Adkins. He goes off the glass for a quick 2. And a foul on Landon Pownatowski. That's his 4th personal.
Sky here tonight has been really good around the basket, being able to finish through contact. And I would honestly like to know how many and ones they have here tonight.
Exactly. Owen Atkins with the +1. The shot is up, and it is not good. Nitro will take the rebound. Now they'll bring it down to 4. Robbins has it back out. And a 3-point shot by Stevens. It will not go. Jay Sharps comes up with the rebound. And he is fouled in the backcourt. Let's see who they call it on. And he is out of here.
That shot from
he is fouled out.
That shot from Stevens comes from Danville out here on the court. He shot it from deep.
But Pownatowski fouls out with 5. Jay Sharps at the free throw line. And he'll hit the first one.
Skyhawk crowd here is sensing what's getting ready to happen if Scott can just hold on for 31.2 more seconds.
55 seconds still to go in the Logan Ripley game. Ripley up 70-63. Jay Sharp's second shot from the free throw line. It is not good, off the back of the iron, and it is tipped out of bounds by Carden. It will go to Nitro. Carden made a valiant effort to get the rebound. 30 seconds to go. This will be a Skyhawk win, and they'll go to Charleston next week. Here comes Lowe with the ball down the floor. Sends it into Crouch. Crouch puts it on the floor. He about loses it. They get it over in the corner. Robbins takes a long shot, and Jay Sharps, they'll send it down the floor to Carden, and they overthrow the Hail Mary pass to Carden. It goes out of bounds. 13.7 seconds to go in the game.
You see Coach Sean Ballard kind of turn around and smile at Isaac Setzer like, really?
And Nitro's going to try to put 2 more points on the board, or 3. Lowe fires it off, will not go. And number 3, Lovejoy will get a quick basket. And that will be the ball game as Scott will go to Charleston to play for a state championship next week as they'll win it 58-65. And Scott and Nitro players shaking hands here in front of the score stand. And a valiant effort on the season for the Nitro Wildcats. They just come up 7 points short.
Well, quick shout out to Derek Lowe. He's a tremendous athlete. He's their quarterback in football who really come on strong the last couple of years. And now tonight he played a heck of a game. I don't think he come off the floor all night and just played a tremendous ball game here. Kept Nitro in it down the stretch and just wasn't able to get it done. But tremendous athlete from number 2, Derek Lowe, and the entire Nitro team over there.
Yeah, Nitro scores 22 points in the final quarter. But anyway, Scott rallies out there. They're waiting on a ladder. They want to cut down that net, and there's nobody going anywhere. A few of the Nitro fans that are running, and they're all posing for Mr. Messer for a picture down in front of the Scott basket. Final score, Scott Skyhawks knock off the Nitro Wildcats 68. I believe it was 65 to 58. Yeah, I'm adding points there by mistake. We got a final, and it looks like Ripley leads Logan 74-66. Still have 12 seconds to go in that game, so it looks like Ripley is going to earn a chance to go to Charleston.
Yeah, Logan just hit a 3 and called a timeout as to make it the 8-point lead. But as you said, Joe, I think that Ripley will be on their way to Charleston and will knock out Logan.
Yeah, let's try to get Coach Sean Ballard's attention here real quick while they're waiting on the ladder. But, okay, we'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back after this. Skyhawks win it, earn a trip to Charleston to play for a state championship here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
As a Boone Memorial Health primary care doctor, my role is to guide patients to be the healthiest versions of themselves.
Dr. Atkins is very friendly and forthcoming. He sets you at ease with his bedside manner.
I'm here to listen and respond to patients' needs and concerns, and if something is not right, work to get to the bottom of a diagnosis.
Almost like having access to a large city hospital in a small rural setting.
When you choose Boone, you choose the start to a healthier life.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Coming out and executing defensively. Our pressure was really good tonight.
You know, after the first quarter, actually, Nitro was up 16-12, but your team seemed to kind of rebound in the second quarter, and they carried it right on into the second half.
Yeah, you know, Nitro's been getting off to really good starts lately. You know, that's a big thing for them, especially being a young team. So we knew they were going to come out focused and probably make some plays early. And, you know, when we're pressuring the ball like we did tonight, you know, it's got a cumulative effect. So it starts to wear you down over some time, and we knew if we stayed after it that we would get our opportunities, and we took advantage of them.
Coach, what's it make you feel like when you look out on the floor, see your team out there on the ladder cutting down the net, and you know your team has earned the opportunity to go to Charleston to play for a state championship next week?
Yeah, that's it. That's what we talked about. That was the motto today, earn it. You know, we knew what we had to do. And you know, playing pressure man defense ain't easy. Like it's not a lot of fun getting up in guys, rotating over, taking charges. You know, we had to go earn it, and we did that today.
Got to talk about your big guys. Lincoln Burnside come off the bench, but Caden Clemens out there had like 15 points. You know, phenomenal game for the big guys tonight as well.
Yeah, they did a good job. You know, not only offensively but defensively as well. You know, they really kept their bigs in check, did well on the glass, and you know, our guards are just so explosive. When they get downhill, you've got to rotate over to stop them, and our guards did a really good job of finding the bigs after they rotated and giving them easy catch and score opportunities.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the big win. I'm going to let you go out there and celebrate with your team, and we'll see you on in the Charleston Civic Center next week.
Sounds great. Thanks, Joe.
Coach, congratulations. Coach Sean Ballard, the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks. We'll go ahead and step aside and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back to wrap things up here from the Hawks Nest as the Scott Skyhawks knock off the Nitro Wildcats by a score of 65-58. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and video productions.
Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Are you looking for a new opportunity in the mining industry? Then you need to contact Sundial Mining today. Sundial Mining is looking for experienced equipment operators, mechanics, welders, and fuelers for their strip mine operation in Naoma, West Virginia. If you're interested, submit your resume today to sdhumanresources@pemining.com. That's sdhumanresources@pemining.com.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Hello, my name's Dave Casebolt, and I'm proud to be the mayor of Nitro. The city is made up of local businesses that have been the strength of our community for decades. Family businesses are the lifeblood of any small city. Those businesses provide a sense of city pride. Here you will find antique and niche shop and great family-owned restaurants. For outdoor lovers, there's Riding Our Lake that suits everyone's needs, from hiking and biking to fishing and running. We hope to see you soon.
N-I-T-R-O, go Nitro!
Next week,
which we hope we'll probably find out tonight, if not in the morning, is usually what we've been seeing. So,
congratulations to the Ripley Vikings. Wouldn't mind playing them again. They knocked off Logan tonight to win that game. And how's the Mountaineers doing?
They were up 14 a minute ago.
All right,
they've been on commercial.
This could be a big night for the Skyhawks and the Mountaineers. We'll find out here in just a few minutes. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap up our coverage. I was hoping to get some of the players over, but they're too busy taking pictures with the cheerleaders and all that. And I want to thank our crew tonight for Robbie Mounts and Cade Burgess from Video Productions, Bubby Brown, our studio engineer, Chris Barrett. Good to have you back in the broadcast booth tonight. And we'll be hitting some baseball here before long. Actually, you're on the schedule for the 17th. You'll be hosting Nitro. And then be on the road the 28th at Chapmanville and the 29th at Logan. So
if you
a lot of big
get an
games
opportunity to come out Friday, Griffin Miller will be on the mound, and I think he's going to have a fantastic year this year. And I think this team has an opportunity to be really good if we can hit the ball.
All right, final score tonight. Scott knocks off Nitro 65-58. For all the people I've mentioned tonight, including Chris Barrett, I'm Joe Linville. And good night from the Hawks Nest. We'll see you in Charleston next week.